Alright, hello guys, my name is Alicia Bill, and for my presentation I decided to research on ocean pollution. Now, what is ocean pollution? Well, ocean pollution can be defined as a chemical pollution as well as marine pollution, and chemical pollution is defined as an introduction of harmful contaminants, and the most harmful contaminants are actually pesticides, fertilizers, industrial chemicals, herbicides, detergents, oil, as well as sewage. And what happens is these chemicals are dumped into the ocean, and they are usually dumped far upstream, and after that the waste is just dumped into the waterways and bays. My apologies. And I actually did go ahead and research more onto the process of ocean pollution, and what happens is an example that National Geographic used was that when a nutrient-packed fertilizer is applied to farmland, it ends up in a local stream that is eventually distributed into a bay, and what happens is that the excess nutrients triggers a massive bloom of algae that rob the water of oxygen, leaving dead zones where few marine animals can live. Now, why do we need to stop ocean pollution? The reason why we need to stop ocean pollution is not only is it bad for the environment, but we are polluting water that covers over half of our planet. And the ocean covers over 72% of our planet, and our oceans do provide 90% of water supply and 70% of the oxygen that we breathe. Within the last 100 years, we have created more plastic than we ever have before, and by creating tons of plastic, we are now affecting marine animals. And the most common animals that have been affected by this pollution are fish, birds, marine mammals, and sea turtles. And an interesting and kind of sad fact about sea turtles is that the sea turtles can mistake the trash bags for food because they do eat jellyfish, and what happens is it causes suffocation, causing the animals to die, as well as starvation. And since the 1970s, the ocean has been absorbing 93% of greenhouse emissions, which means the oceans are getting warmer every year. And here are some pictures that I had added, the innocent animals that we are harming. Sorry, I got a tongue twister there. But as you can see here, like the sea turtle is eating the plastic bag and then suffocating and then dying. It's so sad, as well as plastic getting wrapped around these animals because they don't know what it is. The next thing I'd like to talk about is garbage patches around the world, and as of today there are 5 giant garbage patches around the world. The biggest garbage patch is in the North Pacific, also known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And as you can see here, the 5 Pacific garbage patches of the North Pacific, North Atlantic, South Pacific, South Atlantic, and Indian Ocean. Now, what is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? Well, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is located between the west coast of North America, and it goes all the way to Japan. And the reason why all these trash is ending up in these patches is because it is located in a convergence zone, which is where cold water from the Arctic and the warm water combine, which creates a highway for all the trash to follow. And to actually be more specific, most of this debris is plastic bottles, bottle caps, plastic bags, and styrofoam cups. And it is specifically located between Hawaii, California, and Japan. And they are formed by ocean currents that are known as gyres. And what gyres are their big tides that pull the waste in and it gets trapped. And it is combined with the Eastern Garbage Patch as well. This is just a continuance of the Great Garbage Patch. And with this being the largest garbage patch of the world, not only are animals affected, but plants are affected as well. And with the algae, it's not growing as it should, because all the garbage is blocking it to grow. And with seagrass usually fights off bacteria that is bad, but since the ocean is so polluted, the seagrass cannot grow back as it should. Now, not only we have a lot of pollution, but also our climate is getting affected. And in 2017, a study was done, my apologies, and what happened was that in 2000, the ocean was 13 degrees less warmer than it is as of right now, or in 2017. And what happens is the oceans do absorb 1/3 of carbon dioxide every day. And plastic is one of the leading causes of climate change. And when plastic gets refined, it becomes a greenhouse gas intensive, which means that they're using emissions from manufacturing ethylene. And one of the main factors of plastic is polyethylene, and that the emissions that are used to make this plastic are used about 184.3 to 213 million metric tons of carbon dioxide. And oil, gas, and coal are main factors that are needed to produce polyethylene plastic. And by needing this, fracking is then involved. And that if we continue to frack, then the level of carbon dioxide goes up. Last but not least, how can we help? Well, the main thing is we can reduce the amount of plastic that we use and stop using plastic straws. And actually in the state of California, they became the first state to ban plastic straws. Use reusable produce bags. So if you go to the store, I know in a lot of stores you can actually purchase reusable bags. And instead of using plastic water bottles, buy a reusable water bottle. And since we don't live by the ocean, we can always make donations to help ocean cleanups. And if you are actually a certified diver, you can go on, you can go with teams that can help clean the ocean. So I do want to thank you for listening to my video. I would definitely appreciate your feedback, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.